Concussions are a growing concern in youth sports, and a new clinic at Centera RMH is changing how student athletes are evaluated. So joining me now on 3 Today is Scott Allyn and Bella Pummel with Centera Orthopedics and Sport Medicine Specialists to explain how the clinic works and how it's helping athletes get back to action. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, and Scott, can you just tell me a little bit about, this is a new development at Centera RMH, and who is it for, and how does it serve the patients?
Yeah, of course. So we've been seeing concussions for quite a while at Centera Orthopedics. So the act of seeing concussions isn't really new, but I think what's new is how we're utilizing our highly educated and skilled athletic trainers in the clinic. So what we're doing is Dr. Trump and Dr. Muir will see the initial concussion patients, and then follow-ups will be put onto our concussion clinic schedule. So those patients will be able to come in, and our athletic trainers will follow them and kind of see how their symptoms are progressing, hopefully getting better, and work on, for the athlete's sake, return to play safely. So how it really helps is obviously those athletes getting back into the field safely. But on the other side, one of the hardest parts and most difficult things that we deal with the general public is getting an appointment when they want to get an appointment. So this is actually helping our access for other people, because what it's doing is it's freeing up spots on Dr. Trump and Dr. Muir's schedules to get in other injuries that our athletic trainers may not be able to see.
Right, and Bella, when we talk about youth sports, there's a lot of people involved. We have, you guys here at Centera, you have the coaches, the families involved. How do you coordinate that care and coordinate, when the child is ready to get back onto the field?
Yeah, so I think our community is really lucky to have Centera as a whole, because we supply athletic trainers to a lot of the high schools in the area, and they have a good connection with us. They talk with the athletic trainers in the clinic, and we're able to get athletes into the clinic faster, usually within a couple days, and it's really good to just coordinate with them and be able to get in as fast as they can.
Right, and I know that we see in, like professional sports, you have the blue tent that comes up for concussion protocol. What is the concussion protocol and the evaluation at Centera like?
Yeah, so it's interesting because we have that relationship with athletic trainers in community and the athletic directors, and even having some Centera athletic trainers at the high school covering events. It allows us to have very similar protocols that the high school uses to what we do in the clinic. So I think Bella is kind of the rock star of our concussion clinic right now. She's seeing a lot of those patients. She can probably talk a little bit about what they do, when they come into the clinic and how that's similar to the sidelines.
Yeah, so they come in and we evaluate them. We go through their symptoms, and then we test their memory, their balance, their orientation, just to make sure that they know what's going on, we know what's going on, and we have a clear picture of how to move forward.
Right, absolutely. And, just tell me a little bit about what kind of treatments are there for concussions, if there's any, and how do you help monitor that as, they get back into the action for both school and sports? Yeah,
so a big part of concussion is resting. You want to make sure the brain is getting the healing that it needs, so sleep in a lot. We always recommend going on short walks. Activity is also good to get the blood flowing for the brain. And then we have specific return to play protocols as the athletes move forward. Even we have return to work protocols for those older individuals who we're seeing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Scott, where can people go to find just some more information about the concussion clinic in case, they need their services for the kid?
Yeah, of course. So I think always the best course of action is talking to your athletic trainer at the school. We're lucky where every high school in this area has an athletic trainer. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is coming from a middle school to a high school. Some of those parents don't understand what an athletic trainer, what it does or what they can do, because we don't really have that in the middle school level. So I think as your son or daughter are going up into the high school level, introduce yourself to the athletic trainer. Come shake their hand, seek them out, just say hi. We always love to talk and tell them what our resources are. And then obviously, the Centera website will have any of our information for orthopedics as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys for coming in today and talking a little bit about this new concussion clinic and how you're helping, students get back to the action safely.
Sure, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.